There's a kind of elegance that never fades, and it has nothing to do with the number on your birthday cake. You've probably seen her, graceful in a quiet way, confident without needing a spotlight, radiant not because of makeup, but because of presence. That's the kind of woman we're talking about today. Truly elegant women over 60 know something younger generations are still figuring out. Elegance isn't flashy, it's foundational. It shows up in behavior, in speech, in how one carries themselves through the little moments in public. These women have honed certain habits and, more importantly, they've let go of others. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on what truly elegant women over 60 never do in public, and how those choices send powerful, silent messages of self-respect and poise. First things first, truly elegant women never chase trends. Not in fashion, not in opinions, not in personalities. They know themselves. The chase to stay trendy often signals insecurity, and elegance at its core begins with knowing and honoring your own taste. As Joe Hayes, US-based style consultant, advises, don't worry about chasing every trend. Curate a wardrobe of classic pieces that reflect who you are. In the age of fast fashion, elegant women lean into pieces that speak timelessly: clean lines, flattering cuts, quality fabrics. They might wear a soft cashmere cardigan over well-fitted trousers, or a tailored blazer paired with comfortable yet smart flats. They favor subtle accessories that whisper sophistication, like a single strand of pearls, a silk scarf, or a leather handbag. In essence, they wear their age not like a limitation, but like a badge of mastery. Now let's talk posture. Elegant women never forget that how they carry themselves speaks before they do. There's research from the University of California that shows good posture boosts mood, self-esteem, and how others perceive us. And no, it doesn't mean walking stiffly. It means standing tall, walking deliberately, being aware of your body. You won't catch an elegant woman dragging her feet or slumping over her phone in public. She walks with calm purpose, and people take notice. Poise, not pace, defines her presence. And here's a subtle truth. Truly elegant women never ignore grooming. They don't try to look 20, but they never stop taking pride in their appearance. That doesn't mean heavy makeup or salon visits every week. It's about neatness and care, clean nails, tidy hair, lip balm in winter, a hint of perfume. Whether she's going to a Sunday brunch or just running errands, an elegant woman doesn't leave the house looking like she gave up. There's a self-respect in putting effort into your appearance, and people feel that energy when they meet you. They also understand that less is more. You'll never see them over-accessorized or covered in logos. Coco Chanel said it best. Before you leave the house, look in the mirror and take one thing off. Elegant women follow this golden rule. They choose statement pieces carefully and sparingly. They dress to express, not to impress. One habit you won't see: public outbursts or loud behavior. Elegant women are not the loudest in the room, and they don't need to be. There's a quiet confidence in knowing your worth without needing validation. Dr. Susan Krauss Whitbourne, a psychology professor at UMass Amherst, explains that self-assured people tend to listen more and speak less. This behavior, she notes, is often misread as introversion, but is really a sign of emotional maturity and control. When someone bumps into them at the store, they respond with grace, not aggression. When a conversation gets heated, they breathe, smile, and stay composed. They have nothing to prove, because they already know who they are. Let's also address a subtle but powerful rule. Truly elegant women never gossip in public. Gossip diminishes both the subject and the speaker. Instead of tearing others down, they speak of ideas, books, beauty, and gratitude. This positive energy is magnetic. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people." Elegant women choose their conversations with care, and their words reflect wisdom. Here's another big one. They never ignore manners. Whether it's saying please and thank you, holding the door open, or offering a kind smile to a stranger, manners never go out of style. Elegance is kindness in action. According to a recent etiquette survey by the Emily Post Institute, 86% of adults said that people with good manners are more likely to be trusted and respected. Elegant women live this truth every day, creating ripples of dignity in everyday interactions. And they certainly don't fall into this trap, seeking validation through social media. In a world that celebrates likes and comments, elegant women value real connection. You won't see them oversharing or chasing online attention. They're selective with their digital presence, and when they do post, it's usually meaningful. A grandchild's recital, a memory from a trip, a beautiful garden they nurtured. They share their life with grace, not for approval, but for joy. Another quiet rule: elegant women over 60 never interrupt others to dominate the conversation. Listening, really listening, is rare, and elegant women have mastered it. They nod, make eye contact, and let people finish. This doesn't mean they don't share their opinions. They do, but thoughtfully, and only when it adds value. According to Harvard research on communication habits, active listening not only builds trust, but boosts how others perceive your intelligence. Elegant women aren't in a rush to be heard. They speak when it matters. And let's not forget, elegant women never use age as an excuse. You won't hear them saying, "I'm too old for this," in a defeatist tone. Instead, they shift the narrative. "I've learned what matters. I know who I am." Their age gives them freedom, clarity, and purpose, not limitations. They chase joy, take up hobbies, learn new things, and laugh often. They don't just age, they elevate. These women aren't just following etiquette books, they're shaping their world with intention, one graceful act at a time. Let's start with something subtle but powerful. Elegant women never over-apologize in public. It's one thing to say sorry when it's appropriate, but it's quite another to constantly apologize for simply existing. Women in the U.S., especially older women, have often been conditioned to shrink themselves. Truly elegant women rise above that. They understand that "excuse me" isn't needed for every move or opinion. They use language that's kind but confident. "Thank you for your patience," instead of "sorry I'm late." It's a small change that communicates strength without losing softness. Another thing they avoid? Over-talking about ailments and complaints. Now, this doesn't mean they pretend life is perfect. Far from it. But elegant women understand that repeatedly, talking about what hurts, physically or emotionally, can wear down a conversation and drain energy. Instead, they focus on what lifts. They share challenges with close friends, sure, but in public, they are beacons of resilience. They talk about books they're reading, new recipes, community events. They keep things light, curious, and present, choosing topics that enrich rather than exhaust. As Dr. Becca Levy from Yale University notes in her studies on aging, people who view aging positively live 7.5 years longer on average than those who hold negative perceptions. Elegant women embody this mindset. You'll also notice that they never show up unprepared or careless. Whether it's a community meeting, a doctor's appointment, or a lunch date, they show up on time, with presence. Being late without communication, forgetting names, or looking disinterested isn't just poor manners. It's a disregard for others. Elegant women are dependable, and that dependability builds quiet respect. They bring a notepad to meetings, a thoughtful card to birthdays, or just a smile and a listening ear to lunch. They remember your story and ask about it weeks later. It's grace in action. Here's a big one many overlook. Elegant women never badmouth others in public. Not ex-spouses, not family, not public figures. They've learned that negativity often says more about the speaker than the subject. That doesn't mean they don't have opinions, but they know when and where to express them. Their words build bridges, not walls. As etiquette authority, Lizzie Post, great-great-granddaughter of Emily Post, often says, "Being polite is not about being perfect. It's about being considerate." Elegant women practice this daily. They also never dismiss young people or belittle newer generations. Instead of falling into the back-in-my-day trap, they stay open and curious. They ask about Gen Z trends, listen to new music, try out technology, even if it's confusing. They may not understand TikTok, but they won't mock it. Their curiosity keeps them young. According to Stanford research, maintaining a growth mindset as you age is linked to greater happiness and mental agility. Elegant women live with this growth in mind. They also avoid speaking negatively about their own aging bodies in public. They may acknowledge their knees aren't what they used to be, but you won't hear them mocking their looks or calling themselves old and useless. They know words shape reality. Instead, they speak with gratitude. These legs have carried me through a lot. This kind of body respect is rare and deeply elegant. Another hallmark? They never forget to say thank you to everyone. Whether it's the barista, the bus driver, or a teenager holding the door, elegant women express gratitude. And not just a quick thanks. They make eye contact. They smile. They let people know their effort is seen. According to a report by the Pew Research Center, expressions of gratitude are one of the top traits Americans associate with dignity and class. Elegant women embody this fully. Let's be real about something else. They also never overshare personal struggles with strangers or in casual public settings. There's a fine line between being authentic and being too open. Elegant women understand context. They don't dump emotional weight onto others without consent. They protect their peace and the peace of those around them. They also never interrupt or one-up someone else's story. You know the moment. Someone shares something meaningful, and another person jumps in with a bigger, louder, or sadder tale. Elegant women don't do this. They allow others their moment. They nod. They listen. And when they respond, it's thoughtful, not performative. This habit builds trust and connection, and it sets them apart in a noisy world. And let's touch on something modern. They never dress in a way that makes them uncomfortable just to impress others. That includes painful heels, tight clothes, or makeup that doesn't feel like them. Style is not about suffering. Elegant women choose fabrics that feel good, colors that flatter, and styles that match their energy. They walk into a room not wondering, do they like me? But instead, do I feel like myself? That self-assurance is the outfit. They also never use outdated language or stereotypes, especially about themselves. They don't refer to themselves as just a grandma or say things like, I'm too old to understand this. They don't use age as a limitation. They use it as leverage. They're the ones who say, I've been around long enough to learn new things, or age doesn't stop curiosity, and those around them believe it. One more powerful truth. Truly elegant women never forget to care for others in small ways. A handwritten note, a birthday reminder, a plate of cookies left on a neighbor's porch. They are quietly nurturing without making it about themselves. They understand that elegance, at its heart, is how you make others feel. And when they leave a room, they leave warmth behind. At the 60 Plus chapter, we believe in creating a life you love, mainly after 60 plus age where not much people and supports are with you. Every story we share is meant to bring hope, knowledge, and tools that help you live better, not just longer. We are here for you, and we'll keep bringing you real stories, practical tips, and trusted advice every day. Don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to listen, or if it simply gave you hope, please take a moment right now to click subscribe. It costs you nothing, but it means everything to us. It helps us reach more people like you, and it keeps the 60 Plus chapter channel going strong. Let's grow this beautiful community together.